line. She is the head coach of the Colorado Mesa women's soccer team. The Mavericks getting ready to get their season started, and joining us this morning to talk about the Mavericks on the program, Megan Rimmick joins us on the Chick-fil-A Breakfast Team phone line. Megan, I appreciate the time. How are you?
Jim, doing great. Appreciate the call. Apologize if there's any background noise. I'm walking through campus. We have probably construction noise, skateboards. Kids are back, so there's tons of stuff going on.
Hey, look, Megan, after last year with everything, that's joyful noise. That's great to hear. Yeah. Kids on campus and things back to normal. So don't apologize for that at all. It's great to hear everybody back on campus over at Colorado Mesa.
Absolutely, yeah. We always have a summer where we're waiting for the kids to get back. So yeah, we're really excited about the season. We return a good number of players and have some good kids coming in. So yeah, we're really excited to get them back.
Well, the RMAC women's preseason poll, your team picked to finish 7th in the conference this year. But like you said, there's a lot of promise for this team. And we'll start out with a local product. We had the chance to follow her at Fruita Monument, both on the basketball floor and on the soccer pitch. Lila Deer, who was the RMAC Freshman of the Year last year, 7 goals in her debut season. She scored in 3 consecutive games last year. She was an all-RMAC first-team selection along with the Freshman of the Year. A really talented young player, Megan, for your squad.
Yeah, Lila is one of multiple local products that we have, and as you mentioned, she kind of had a breakout season this spring, which was a different kind of season for us with a lot of protocols, and we played a kind of a modified season. But Lila had a breakout, and I think even from her estimation, she would probably say that she wasn't completely happy with everything. She probably thought she could have finished some more goals or done some more. So I think she's hungry coming into the fall, and that's kind of the benefit. We never get back-to-back championship seasons, so it's kind of a benefit for kids that were on a little bit of roll at the end of the spring, that they're hungry, like they get to come back and play again. And I think Lila's right there, and I think for her, she won't be a surprise anymore. She'll be on everybody's scouting report. So that'll just be a part of her growth as she learns to deal with that. But yeah, we're very excited to have her back.
Mavericks coach Megan Rimmick joining us this morning. Mavericks going 5-4-1 last season and got to the postseason in the RMAC tournament. Let's talk a little bit about some of those other local players, though. Lila Deer, as you referenced, of course, mentioned that she played at Fruita Monument. Lexi Newton's from Palisade, another really talented player in this lineup. She was part of your midfield from last year. Started in 10 games. A couple of goals. I mean, she's a player that we saw at the high school level was one of the really talented players in the 4A Western Slope League, like Lila was in the Southwestern League, and Lexi's had a really good start to her Maverick career.
Yes, yeah, I would agree with you. Lexi was second team all conference in the spring. She, almost led the league in assists. So, she's doing right what you would expect somebody in the middle of the field to do, pulling strings, moving the ball. She may be a little higher up the field for us this fall, but she's also a captain, and I think she's coming into it, as a senior, looking to really capitalize on her last year. And, Michaela Dangler, I think, is another local product who, led the team in minutes this spring. And like we said, it was a weird season. There was a lot of strange things about it, which are kind of continuing into this fall as much as we didn't expect it or, hope that it wouldn't be. But Michaela is another one who is first team all conference and led the team in minutes, like I said, as a center back. And so, we're returning quite a few players with significant minutes, and I think that's exciting for this group. You mentioned, where they were picked, and I think, that could be a little bit, where we're located as well. And we're just kind of out of the eyes of a lot of the teams, which is, I think, fine with us. We're happy to be under the radar.
Megan Rimmick, coach of the Colorado Mesa women's soccer team, with us today on the Team Sports Network. Of course, Michaela, teammate of Lila Deer out at Fruita Monument. Bobby Golick, also a player that received all-conference recognition this past spring for you, Megan. She was an honorable mention selection, so another one of those returning players for you that did catch the notice of coaches around the RMAC with her selection.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I think we were young this spring. Usually we're starting 8 or 9 freshmen or sophomores out of the 11 on the field. So the benefit for that is all those young players got 10 games this spring, so they can, they're a little bit, I would say, more experienced coming into the fall. And a lot of those players, got recognition, which is great. We've had a week of preseason so far, so we've been able to get into it a little bit. On our brand new turf over in the facility, so we're really fortunate to have that. And I think we did a team camping trip as well. So we've had a lot in the past week, and looking forward to first scrimmage here on Friday to get out and play somebody else.
Megan Remick, coach of the Colorado Mesa women's soccer team, with us today on the Jim Davis Show on the Team Sports Network. Let's talk for a moment, though, about your goaltending situation, because you did graduate 3 of your goalies from this past season, Megan. Chloe Doughty, I believe, or Dowdy?
Yep, Dowdy. Yep.
Dowdy. Chloe Dowdy started 5 games for you. She had a 2-1-1 record and a couple of shutouts. So when Chloe was in there in the net for you, she produced some pretty good results.
Yeah, Jim, I'm impressed. You have done your research. You know the roster. Yes, we're returning sophomore, and we have 2 freshman goalkeepers coming in as well. So there'll be good competition in that position. And really, what we say with soccer a lot is, games are won and lost in the attacking 18-yard box and defending 18-yard box. So it's obviously a critical position, and I think it's somewhere that, just looking at goals against and things last year, it's an area that has been a pretty big emphasis for us to get better in that area and improve there. So we're excited about the entire back line and goalkeepers of the challenges they're going to get this full season this fall.
Megan Remick, coach of the Maverick women's soccer team, with us today on the Jim Davis Show on the Team Sports Network. You mentioned Lila Deer and how she had a really good start this past spring, freshman of the year, and a chance to kind of keep sometimes you play in the fall, and then all of a sudden things are shut down to the next fall because it's that's how the season normally works. Mm-hmm. That was, I think, if there was one maybe kind of positive, Megan, about what happened with COVID. You guys play in the spring, now you're playing this fall, and I guess, do you see your team? Has there been as much rust, right? Because I wouldn't think it would. You've had the chance to play in the spring, now play in the fall, a very short span of time. That maybe your team not as rusty as it might normally be.
Yeah, Jim, I would agree with you on that. I think everybody getting to come back and just go away for a few months, where they go home and then they've been back here for the past month or so. We would hope that we can kind of jump in and build off exactly where we were in the spring. I think the one risk is obviously an injury risk because it's such a tight turnaround compared to what they normally have. And, soccer is the most condensed season, the quickest season of any NCAA sport. So, we pack our games in and we pack our season into a very small amount of time. So, the key will be as many people as can be healthy and ready to go, because undoubtedly, we'll have to dip into, our bench, and those players will be really critical for us. So, so I think it's going to kind of, go both ways for a lot of programs, but we're definitely hoping that a lot of the momentum we had at the end of the season in the spring and, getting some big wins at the end and getting that conference tournament experience, which was a little new for some of the players, that will help roll right into the fall season.
Megan Remick, CMU women's soccer coach, with us today. I know that you were planning to play Otero Junior College in scrimmage. That got canceled. So now, as you mentioned, scrimmage coming up this Friday, 4 o'clock over at Maverick Field against Snow College. So I'm sure your players are itching for the chance to get out and play somebody else before the Colorado Mesa kickoff weekend with Texas Permian Basin coming in on September 3rd.
Yeah, absolutely, Jim. Yeah, I'm sure they are very excited to play someone else this Friday. We're hoping all goes according to plan. We'll get that game in, and I'm sure the athletic department would love a little plug for their Maverick Hoedown going on right after our game. So we're the pregame festivities for everything going on campus on Friday.
And, of course, you can go to the Colorado Mesa website to get the details about the Maverick Hoedown, which is coming up on Friday following your soccer scrimmage with Snow College. Hey, Megan, I appreciate the time. Thank you for coming on today. I know we'll be talking to you again real soon. And best of luck with snow on Friday. And then, of course, the season gets underway on the 3rd with Texas Permian Basin. Appreciate the time, Megan.
Absolutely, Jim. Thank you. And hopefully we'll get you out over here to a game this fall.
You bet. I'll be getting over there to take in some Maverick soccer this fall.
There we go. Well, thanks so much.
Take care. Megan Rimick, coach of the CMU women's soccer team. Colorado Mines, by the way, picked to finish first this year in the RMAC coaches preseason poll. Yeah, Mines.